Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 6 of Let's Play Terraria. So we left off last episode beating off the Brain of Cthulu, and now we have full crimson armor. Let's take a look at what that actually looks like. I know it's fun to be in an outfit, but sometimes some of the newer armors have pretty cool effects. So here, looks like I leave a trail of... we'll just say trail of red smoke. Yeah. Alright. So, now that we're geared up for anything that can come, you know, basically whatever's out there, might not be a bad time to start exploring. So you very easily could have been out and exploring a lot sooner. It's entirely up to you. But the next direction we want to be headed for overall progression of the game is we'd like to go and find the dungeon. The reason being, the dungeon, that's actually, to get into the dungeon we'll have to fight the next boss. But also, the dungeon holds there's a lot of items and chests and things that come from the dungeon. It's a slightly more dangerous area, also, but it's a very important area to go to. Additionally, there's some new NPCs we can unlock in the dungeon. So there's a lot of good reason to go to the dungeon. With that said, what I'm looking for are the spike balls that I got from killing off... there we go, spiky ball. That we got from killing off the goblins. They will be useful for fighting the boss. I'll show you guys how and why when we get there. Do we have any wood? Let's see. Alright, so we're just gonna go start exploring, see what we can find. Additionally, there's a lot of items I don't have yet that I would like to have, such as that you can find in treasure chests. I should finish that set first. A cloud in a bottle would be an excellent item to have. It lets you double jump, and it can be found in chests. So, definitely be something worth getting my hands on. And that's definitely, that's a really good reason why you want to explore any caves you come across. They almost always will have at least one treasure chest, and you never know what you'll get in that treasure chest. The other reason all of those accessories are nice, currently you can see I'm maxed out on the accessories. There's an NPC called I think it's the Goblin Tinkerer, Goblin Mechanic. Anyway, it's a goblin that you rescue from the dungeon, and then once you have a home, he will come and move in. And he sells something that lets you combine different accessories together. So it's... You really want to have all possible accessories so that you can make all possible mega accessories. And I mean, it's things like... I currently have this shoe spikes. There's also climbing claws. They both do roughly the same thing, but if you combine them, you can just cling to a wall indefinitely and never slide down, which is kind of useful. Later that can be combined with a couple extra things, and it gives you ninja armor, which gives you a chance to dodge attacks, and a whole host of other useful things. One of my personal favorites, see, chest, is the, you can later get rocket boots, which kind of let you hover. They can be combined with your Hermes boots, so now you can move fast and hover. And there's quite a few other really pretty good combos. As I get them, or get the ingredients to make them, I can walk you guys through those. For now, just gonna try to make it out of this dungeon, or out of this jungle, and see if the dungeon's over to the left. If I don't find the dungeon over this way, then I will swap tack and go see if I can find the dungeon to the left over past the crimson. And, you know, it's not a bad idea to light the occasional torch here, there, and yonder. There. I do not want to fall down there. Alright. So, I think we looked over this, but the side effect for Crimson is greatly increased life regen. I suppose we could actually test that. I haven't been actively paying attention to it, but maybe it would be worth a shot. First, let's dig our way back up so we can actually get around. So it took 6 damage. There we go. Took a little bit of damage. Now let's watch and see how much it regens. That's actually a fairly respectable amount of health regen. I mean, it's not like it's going to keep you at full health during a boss fight or anything, but it should mean you can shrug off the occasional bit of damage here and there. So that's actually really rather useful. There we go. Oh, so rope can also be used. If you don't want to click and hold when you're placing rope like this, you definitely want to just place it. But rope can be used also like a monkey bar sort of system. There we go. Hey guys, looks like we found some more. Well, the red here makes me think it's crimson. Okay, so looks like what we found here is crimson where a meteorite struck. If you see this terrain, it's meteorite. Something I want to also show you guys here. Unless you have an obsidian skull or a couple other accessories, you take damage whenever you touch meteorite. You also take that damage when you're dealing with hellstone. So you always want to be careful mining meteorite. Additionally, if you saw, these guys, anytime you're in a meteorite zone, these guys will spawn. If they touch you, they set you on fire, doing pretty decent damage over time. I don't really need meteorite right now, so we're just gonna move along, because I don't really feel like dealing with a bunch of flaming heads. There we go, and up, and away! Run away! So if we felt like... So later, if we feel like fighting the Eye of Cthulhu, we know that there's another corruption zone over here. Or, Crimson, rather. But since we now know we have another Crimson zone, I can come back here later if we want to get out of this. There we go. Oh yeah, and the meteorite heads, they go through walls, so you can't just hide in a box when they come around. Fortunately, they don't have too much health, but hey, looks like we found another meteorite. So yeah, you don't want to stand on meteorite for too long, it burns. Crimson block. Crimson sand. Ah, okay. So this is what corrupted sand looks like. Cool. And I believe ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the ocean. Since I have water walking boots, we'll just walk out to the end of it. As you can see, it's pretty expansive. And there. Okay, cool. So that's the health regen. Works pretty good. I'm actually going to go diving here. This is probably dangerous. Yeah, sharks will eat you for dinner. Keep running because Sharky's hurt. So let's see if I can actually kill a shark here. Yeah. So sharks, they have 300 health. Later in the game, not a problem. Early game, oh boy. Early game, they will really mess your day up. And I don't want to drown. There. Whew. So, I just kind of smashed and grabbed here. I got a trident, some coins. Not a lot good from that underwater chest. Such is life. You can see this little animation. That means I'm healing. So, the full crimson armor is actually kind of cool. Alrighty, so, since we did not find what we were looking for, we go back Alternatively, I don't have a lot of coinage. It might honestly be faster to just die. Rather than do that, though, since I'm already over here, I will grab as much meteorite as I can. And actually, so, a little trick. What I'm doing right now... Whoa. That normally works. Okay. So, sand will automatically fall. So, if you want to mine meteorite safely, normally safely, drop a layer of sand over top of the meteorite, and it will fall with you. So that when you mine out your meteorite, you have a nice platform. Just a little trick you guys can use if you don't have the proper defensive gear yet. Additionally, like, if you're just constantly swinging your pickaxe, you'll probably be fine from these guys. They, as I said, they don't have a lot of health and they can be knocked away fairly readily. But, yeah. Let's see, what was I looking for here? I'm looking for some of that sand I mined up earlier to extend out my block. Here we go. So, you can just create a nice layer of sand without drying here. There we go. Whew. So yeah, you see, I'm on fire for a little bit. I don't recommend it. Really not good for one's health. Another really good item that I don't have yet, you can get a grappling hook in this game. Actually, I'm surprised that you can get it from killing enemies. Will drop a hook, which you can combine with an iron chain to make a grappling hook. Incredibly useful. Definitely something I want to get before... Actually, yeah. That's definitely an item I want to get before I go into the dungeon, probably. Simply because in the dungeon you fight a lot of strong enemies and you want to be able to move quickly. So, alright. There we go. So, I'll also pick up some cactus along the way. And so you just kind of pay attention. Make sure when you're mining, you're facing towards the nearest incoming meteorite head. And your pickaxe, for the most part, well, for the most part, will knock it away. Barring that, get out a good old sword, go to town on it. And you kind of got to be careful. So sand, if it falls on you, will hurt you. And I think the game is a bit less forgiving now than it used to be of that. So, it'll count as the sand hitting you a lot sooner. Just something to keep in mind. Alrighty, so right now I've got 88 meteorite. That isn't really a lot. You can make a few things with it, but... So, so as you can see, you can take a lot of damage here. So this armor is doing a lot for keeping me alive, actually. But the fast track of dealing with meteors, and if I had some, I would just use it, is dynamite. Blows up a large area, and so you can just kind of drop a stick of dynamite, or bombs. You know, bombs are smaller, give you more control. It's up to you, really. But drop your stick of dynamite, and just clean out the entire area. And everything just goes a whole lot faster. But in this case, I'm not gonna mine out both entire meteors. I don't think I'm even gonna fully mine this meteor out, but I wanted to have a little bit of meteorite on hand just to craft anything I feel would be really useful. Actually, I think the time has come to flee. So, something nice about this new pickaxe I have, I can now mine through. I don't need bombs to get to those hearts anymore. I can just mine my way on by. Unfortunately, this is going to be a little trickier. Fortunately, we can... Apparently, you can be like a snake charmer, only with rope, and just kind of rope your way on up. Unfortunately, I should have moved it a little further over, but, you know. Whee! That's actually really kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, because I'm near the meteorite, these meteor heads spawn. And yeah, they're no fun. But, you know, I suppose on a plus side, they do drop a fair bit of coin, and just hanging around killing them is not a bad way to farm if you're a little broke. Okay, let's... Run away! Alright. Good. Survived that. Gonna have a few meteor heads chasing me, but that's okay. They'll never catch me alive! And if they do catch me, I won't be alive for long. Alrighty. So incidentally, a little side note while I'm out here. If you're in a biome, so if you're in a normal biome, the general forest biome, out here on the edge, I noticed there are no bunny rabbits spawning currently. I mean, there's slimes dressed like bunny rabbits, but there's no bunny rabbits spawning. If you're in this... So I'm far enough from the center of the map, but I'm in a normal biome like this. Out here, you can get goblin scouts to spawn, which, if you kill them, they drop something that you can then craft into a goblin banner, which allows you to summon the goblin army, if you want to fight it again. Additionally, out here is where occasionally a king slime will spawn. It's a mini-boss, technically, but it's a ginormous slime that comes and says, hey, I think you should be dead. So, just something to keep in mind when you're out on the edge of the map in the forest. It feels like the safest biome, and it generally is, but it's a little less safe when you're not near the center of the map. Just something for you all to keep in mind. Hey, look. I found a treasure chest. Let's see what's in it. An aglet, rope, and and some shurikens. Nothing too fancy, but hey, not gonna turn up my nose at free stuff. At least not until I'm filthy rich. So I'm actually going to go down and explore this, oh boy, jungle a little bit here. For the record, I really don't recommend just dive bombing your way down. It generally doesn't end well, as you almost saw here. Okay, nothing there. Jungle biomes are a little bit dangerous, and they get more dangerous the deeper down you go. But there's also some pretty good rewards to be found in here. So. Besides, haven't done a lot of exploring yet, so I think it's, you know, half the fun of Terraria is just exploring the world, so you gotta go with it. Alright, so looks like that just goes straight up to the surface. There is some tin ore over here. I'm not gathering it because I already have a good weapon, a good armor, and a pickaxe of better material. You can start, at this point, if you want to, you can start actually using those materials for building a house if you wanted to. There's a few other purposes, or a few other uses as well, but early game ores quickly become, well, they lose their value quickly in the later game. Alternatively, if you really like the look of one set of armor over another, you can equip it in your social slot, like I was doing with my my Karate Tortoise outfit earlier. And that will allow you to still look like you have that armor equipped, but benefit from the effects of the better armor. There we go. Bumping my head on the way down, apparently. There we go. Once more into the depths. And we have another chest. Tin bar, shine potion. Actually, I'm going to use one of those shine potions. There we go. So you can't see it as much because I'm right by a torch, but I now, for the next 5 minutes, glow. We're not going to discuss the health issues. This probably is, well, a death sentence, but, you know. Actually, so is this probably. This is going to hurt. Luckily, I actually landed on that enemy, or actually, there's water here, so I think I would have been safe either way. But, yeah, you don't want to just drop in. Aha! So you know I talked about that cloud in a bottle, guys? This is a lucky day for me. I'm going to temporarily get rid of my shackle and equip a cloud in a bottle. So, now I have a double jump. It's not a lot, but mobility, every bit of mobility counts, and it can later be combined with a couple other artifacts, so very useful. Use my heart up. Additionally, if you do a lot of spelunking and exploring, the merchant, you might notice, we don't want to get hit by that. The merchant sells something called a miner's hat. Oh boy, that could have been bad. So that is a rolling boulder trap. If it hits you, squash. Oh boy, the blood moon. Okay, anyway. The miner's helmet, you can wear it, and it basically acts like a shine potion. It's a 1 defense helmet that glows. Yeah, you're familiar. We've had a blood moon in the past. I don't think it really has much effect underground, except that all the water looks like it's blood instead. Really festive. But yeah, so I don't really feel like murdering a bunch of zombies, so I'm just going to continue exploring underground here a little bit. Especially since I have my shine potion for the next 5 minutes, I'd like to just keep on going. You can craft more shine potions. I can't remember exactly what the recipe is, but the guide knows what the recipe is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this might be... Oh, we're good. Silver. Do I want silver? I don't want this stuff. Alrighty. So if you guys see that little temple down there to the right, that's what I'm going for. And actually, so this is kind of interesting. You can see this boulder here. There. Now I'm safe. That means beneath it, there's a switch with a trap. By mining the boulder, now if I accidentally trigger that trap, I don't have to worry, it won't kill me. Alright, looks like I'm actually out of inventory spots. Iron I do like to have, because it's useful in several potions. I don't really need Crimstone block. If you hold shift and click on it, it throws it into your trash can, if you will. Mushrooms, I don't really need those either. I don't actually need the silver ore either. So, and I don't need a dark trap. Okay. Just, you know, a little bit of inventory management. So as you can see, these enemies down here, the man-eater, pretty tough. What do we got? Boomstick, iron bar, archery potion. So, some useful things. I admit I was hoping for a couple of different items, but... So in the jungle there's several of, like there we go. There's another shrine. Gotta watch out for the wasp. They shoot stingers at you. Not very friendly, but what you gonna do? Okay. So let's go through to the next one. Maybe we'll get lucky. There's a couple other items you can get in the jungle, in these chests that are really kind of useful. One is feral claws, which attack faster. Another one is an increased move speed. Feral claws, 12% increased melee speed. So if your primary form of damaging is melee, you can swing a lot faster. So I'll show you. Here's my current sword swinging speed. If I equip my claws, maybe it's not super noticeable, but you can get other accessories, and it does all add up. Not to mention it can be combined with something else later. Down below that, if you guys see this glowing green thing, it's a jungle spore. By itself, not overly useful. Then apparently they do damage now. Okay. But you can combine it with some other things and for crafting different jungle items. And looks like my shine potion's just about to run out. So I'm going to go ahead and drink my next one. There we go. I'm so bright. That's a wasp. Hey look, golden chest down below. Alright, so we got a couple of coins and things. Nothing too big from this chest. Throwing knives, let's have some fun. Well, it'd be fun if I hit the wasp. So, I generally don't use throwing knives. Hey look, and there's another chest down there. I'm gonna definitely go for that chest in a minute here. I'm just using up my throwing knives. Throwing knives, when you throw them, sometimes they actually do survive. So, if you want to keep them, you can. And in this case, looks like I am. So, yay, throwing knives. I'll get rid of them all later. Roll that. Piranhas spawn in the jungle. Gotta be careful of them. However, they are... beach ball. They are one of the things that can drop a hook, which is needed for your hook shot. I need to do some inventory management here, so let's see, what do I really not need? Water leaf can be used to make a water breathing potion, a couple other useful potions, but I don't really have significant need of it right now. I picked up a stinger. That actually can be used in several crafting recipes. Boomstick, it's arguable if I really need it or not. It's a shotgun. I'll show you. So for every one bullet, it shoots out 3. So it is useful, but with that spread, it's kind of hard to aim long range. Short range, however, it does give you great return on investment per bullet. So it's useful, but not exactly what I need. I don't need dirt blocks right now, I really don't. Nor do I need that. And I can always get more pumpkin later. Alright. Platinum bar. And I'm going to drink this. Spelunker potion makes all ore glow. Yeah. Incidentally, I found the entrance to the Lizard temple. I found the temple. That's nice. Alright, so if you guys see this interesting block pattern here, I'll try to drop a torch so you can see better. Okay, this is the Lizard temple. You can't get in it until late game. So it's, for now, just something to know it's there. Dig around it if you need to. But it'll be there, taunting you. You know, I don't really need that. I've got too many items. I don't really need one stinger. See a golden chest down there? I definitely do want to go for it. And try not to die in the process. One actually really nice thing about a Spelunker's Potion, if you have one, with the new map, so I'm not sure if this works for console players, but for PC players, you can just kind of run around, and all these ores will be recorded on your map. So you can come back later after your potion's expired and get everything you missed. So it's just kind of a great way of starting off the exploration. A beach ball, it's a fun item. I'll show you guys. You can just kind of... Yeah, it just bounces around. You can hit it. So it's a fun little item, but to my knowledge, is nothing other than just kind of an entertaining little item. So, I'm actually going to leave said beach ball. I don't need the moon glow right now. There we go. There. So, without further ado, let's go exploring up here real quickly. Excellent choice. We got three chests over this way. Unfortunately, I'm rapidly running out of inventory space, but... And this is, generally a good reason. Anytime you leave home base, you want as little... You want your inventory to be as open as possible, just so that you can be out exploring further, longer, etc. And you don't have to make those hard choices about, what do I not need? Alright. Another Feral Claws, Platinum, Night Owl, Hunter Potion. Night Owl, I'll use it too. It makes you see more. So, it's also kind of useful. Hunter Potion shows the location of enemies. Because I don't want to take it with me, we'll show it to you. So now all the enemies glow on the map too. So now I can see a fair bit of this map. I do want to take the claws, so I'm going to get rid of the shurikens. I have a better weapon. There's really no point in keeping them around. For that matter, Jester's arrows, they're nice arrows. Actually, I might keep the arrows. Let's kill that. Spiked jungle slime. Really? There. There. It's a dead slime now. Okay. And... let's mine our way up. Incidentally, I might just throw the dynamite somewhere for the fun of it. Alright. Keep building on up. That's a little annoying. I don't want gold brick. I mean, there's nothing wrong with gold brick, but... Alright, more menacing feral claws. At this point, well, I'm gonna get rid of those. Flaming arrows I can easily craft. It's nice to have, but since I don't use a bow right now... Actually, yeah, and I'm gonna get rid of the shark fin. I can always farm more if I want them later. So the trident I didn't show you guys, it's a spear. It's not the most powerful spear. I probably could just get rid of it as well, except that I collect weapons sometimes. Yeah, probably don't need it either, to be completely honest with myself. Oh, decisions. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of the lenses. I don't need those. Well, that simplified things. Accidentally drinking a potion, that will do it too. The reason I got rid of the lens, at this point, yes, you can farm Cthulhu for gold and whatnot, but I'll probably get more lenses. Hey, look, there's another gold chest. Yeah, you can... I can always farm more lenses later if I need to. It's not like I was dropping a stack of 18 or 20 or so of the things. Two's not that hard to come across. And we have... or you can just get a direct suspicious looking eye. I don't want the throwing knives. I already have a flare gun. So... I probably don't need multiple aglets. I'm gonna get rid of one aglet. Grab a suspicious looking eye. And rope charm my way up. I don't know. It sounded like I was, charming a rope to me. Alright, let's see where we're going here. Looks like an emerald over there. Normally I would take it, but for just one emerald and the fact that I'm inventory blocked, not gonna bother. Plus, I might play with some magic later, but with an emerald you can make, actually, with the meteorite I have and enough gems, you can make a lightsaber. Which is kind of cool. But Otherwise, you can use gems to make different magical staves, or staffs, whatever you want to say. But since I'm going for more of just a rough and tumble melee gunfighter type build, not as important to me. This mud, on the other hand, is going to be quite useful, because eventually I want to build a mushroom biome above ground, which, when I get to it, I'll talk about it. Die! Stop synchronized shooting. It's not cool. What do we got? An enchanted boomerang, a suspicious-looking eye. So the boomerang's kind of cool. It glows, so it's range damage. It's not a bad weapon. I'm actually going to keep it around. And I definitely would like the healing potion. So it's a matter of figuring out what else I can get rid of in the meantime. And that's the hard one. Okay, maybe not super hard. I'm gonna get rid of my torches. I have enough torches. And they're really easy to make. Losing a bunch of torches, no biggie. No real care. Alright. I remember there was another cavern down here to the left, so that's where I'm going. Yeah. Always drop some light in your situation. Incidentally, once we enter hard mode, we will be visiting the jungle quite a bit more. There's a hard mode boss. There's quite a few interesting things. And I forgot to mention. Ooh, I see a treasure chest over to the right. First, I'm gonna get my heart. The other reason, aha, perfect. Those mushrooms are important to me. Several things all at once. When it rains, it pours, apparently. Alright. So, first I'm going to get the chest, then I'm going to go loot the glowing mushrooms. But, the other reason I'm exploring the jungle... I know I saw a chest over here. Oh. I get the oddest feeling that is a chest statue I saw, which saddens me greatly. Yeah. Alright. False alarm, ladies and gentlemen. If you look down there, you can see it's a statue of a chest. I might go get it eventually, but I might come back for it later, too. These mushrooms, on the other hand, I do want. So the mushrooms can be used to make healing potions, which is awesome. They can be placed... Ah, there's a chest. They can be placed as building materials, so you can build a mushroom home, which is really kind of cool. And the other thing I'm looking for is mushroom grass seeds. So when you chop these down, there's a chance you can get seeds. And that can be planted on mud anywhere. If you do this above ground, you can make this mushroom biome above ground, and all sorts of cool mushroom trees grow. You also need that for hard mode to get a certain guy to move in. I'm actually going to get rid of the trident. I know, it's sad, but goodbye. And the music's really kind of cool in the mushroom biome, so. I can farm more seeds later. Alright, so, harvest shrooms! I'm on shrooms! Literally, I'm standing on them. Get it? Okay. That was probably cheesy. I apologize. For being awesome. Alright. Let's see, what's in this? Let's actually kill the man. Whatever it is first. Man eater. Ah! There. Alright. Nothing particularly useful, to be completely honest. So there's one item I'm really hoping to find in these chests. I'm gonna drink another Night Owl potion because it's wearing off. And that item that I'm hoping to get my hands on, I don't really need this singer, is a magic mirror which warps you home. It makes a lot of things a lot easier. It makes exploring a lot easier when you can just click a button and poof, be warped home. I probably don't need this. fact, in all honesty, I know I don't need it. I also don't need those glow sticks. Problem solved. Crisis averted. But I do need a free inventory space if I want to be able to pick up seeds. And when I get back home, I'll open the goodie bag. Reason I'm not opening it here is normally you get more than one item out of it. So they're much more compact the way they are. That's a fair bit of gel, but oh well. Oh, yeah, probably don't want to suffocate. Okay. Looks like I also managed to get a vine. I'm actually going to hold on to the vine. I think 3 vines plus some jungle spores. And you can make a different grappling hook. I don't think you need a hook that way. So it might be another way to get myself a grappling hook, which I desperately want. That's a lot of Jester's arrows. I'm not going to throw them out. You know, let's just have some fun with dynamite. Fire in the hole! Not much over there. Hey, looks like we found a little home. As well as a skeleton dressed up to go to a wedding. And looks okay. I will go explore that shortly. Aha! Alright, yeah. So many good things. So little inventory space. It's not fair, ladies and gentlemen. It's not fair. So yeah, you can see the double jump comes in real handy. Alright, let's kill off a few of these skeletons. Alright. There's not a door? Make one. Hey! So that goblin over there, I thought he was in the I thought he had to be in the dungeon. Today I learned something new. That goblin I definitely want to rescue. Reason being, he's the one that sells the Tinkerer's Bench that lets you build stuff. So, alright, this is really getting obnoxious with the lack of inventory space, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So, right-click on him. Aha. I was tied up and left here by other goblins. You could say we didn't get along very well. Alright, so... Shop. I'll build a home so he comes home later. Although, actually, 5 plus 10... I don't have enough, at any rate. So this Tinkerer's Workshop, when you're near it, you can combine accessories together. For example, rocket boots and Hermes boot. Oh, yeah, rocket boots and Hermes boots allows me to fly, which is really kind of nice. The ruler shows you a grid, kind of useful. Tool belt lets you place blocks away further. And he sells spiky balls, which will be useful when I'm fighting a boss. However, since I happen to have an NPC here I can sell stuff to, I don't need the boomstick, I'm going to sell it off. The boomerang might sell off as well. I'll have to think on that a little bit more. Alright. That was weird. Alright. Keep shopping. I'm gonna sell off... Actually, I'm just gonna drink that. I'm basically looking at... I'm gonna sell off the bombs. I'm not using them right now, and they're taking up a lot of inventory space. I don't need this many shoe spikes, especially when I already have one. So, I'm just kind of selling off a few things that I really don't think I need. In the case of Feral Claws, I could probably get away with selling one of them off since I already have another. Actually, I have 3. I am totally going to sell one of these off. And I'm actually going to sell off, since I don't plan on equipping them as is. And I plan on combining them. When you combine them, you're going to lose whatever attribute they have, like this one has +4 damage. So I'm going to sell the 2 most expensive ones. You know, get my cash out. much gold do I have now? And I'm actually going to buy a couple of things here. Tinker's Workbench and Rocket Boots. So now, if you see, I can make Spectre Boots. Poof. Alright. I could probably actually sell those Hermes boots. I now have Spectre Boots, which I can still run fast. Chugga chugga chugga. But I also can hover now. Let's show you that again why I don't. So I have my double jump and I have a hover, which, as you could guess, makes navigating things a whole lot nicer. I do still take falling damage, so I have to be careful about that. Oh, that's life. Shop. I don't need these anymore, since I will never be using them. Sell them off. Keep one set of those around. The platinum, I'll keep the platinum bars for some purpose. I don't really need the tin bars, I'm just going to sell them. Meteorite I'm going to keep. Lesser healing potions I will never use if I have full healing potions. Sell them off. Spike balls, keep. Aglet, I'm going to keep one of those at least. Goodie bags I'm definitely going to keep, even though they're nice to sell. Mushrooms, keep that. That. Pharaoh Claw, keep. Iron Bar, kind of useful still. I'll keep them around. Featherfall Potion has definite uses. Sell the trap off. Keep the Fallen Star. Day Blooms are useful. I would like to keep them. Alright. So now we freed up a fair bit of inventory space, and we have Rocket Boots. So we'll take this home with me, because it's expensive. I don't want to have to buy it twice. And okay, so the way traps work, you can't see it because I don't have the item, but there's wires that run along and would have connected that. There's another trap here I want to just disable. There. Now I'm safe. I'm actually going to keep the pressure. I'm going to sell the pressure plates. What am I thinking? Of course. Alright, get back here. Shop. Alright, I should have seen what he was saying, yeah. I heard you like rockets and running boots, so I put some rockets in your running boots. Yes, he did. And now my running boots have rockets. I don't think you guys should try that at home. I'll show you one of. Additionally, he has an option called Reforge. Mining helmet flipper combination was a much better idea on paper. Yeah, probably. With Reforge, any of your accessories could have something. So like these Spectre boots, they currently don't have any affix. It costs 5 gold to reforge. That's because it has nothing. If it had an affix already, like +2 defense for example, it would cost way more. But why not? I've got some gold and I'd like something on these boots. Now they're wild, so the +1 melee speed. Not the greatest, but if you have a lot of spare gold, you can keep on re-rolling whatever attribute is on your items until you get what you want. Like +4 defense or +4 move speed or whatever you feel like. I personally like +4 defense on all of my gear, so that I'm invincible. More dynamite and the extractinator. Yes. I'll show you guys that when we get back to base. Slush or silts can be put through that, and it just randomly gives you ore, coins, etc. It's kind of cool. Kill the massive monsters here. So, something you can see here, if you notice the purple, so nice to be able to fly. Alright, so if you notice the purple here, that's obsidian, which forms anytime water meets lava. Alright. I am going to take this with me temporarily just so I can sell it. Flaming arrows, on the other hand, are useless to me, so goodbye. Where'd my goblin go? And then I'll show you guys some stuff to do with obsidian. So now it's kind of nice. I have a double jump and I have a hover. A lot of places are much more accessible to me. Sell this guy off. I'm just going to sell the dynamite because I don't... and throwing knives. Thorns Potion, attackers take some damage when they hit you. It's useful, I mean, since you'll be getting attacked anyways, but not useful enough to warrant me keeping. Aha. Alright. So, actually, I still don't have the grass I wanted. So I'm looking for a mushroom seed right now. Mushroom grass seed, I should say. And that allows, so if you notice, there's the mud, and then there is the blue glowing grass on top. That, anywhere there's the blue, there we go, mushroom grass seeds. Now I technically have what I need, so I can stop. Anywhere there's the blue glowing grass. Wait, say that 5 times fast. Anyway, anywhere you find that, you can... Alright, I'll show you silt too. Anywhere the blue grass is glowing, mushrooms can grow on top. It will also slowly spread. So that's how you can make yourself a mushroom biome. Whee! Now that that's all said and done. Alright. Grab some of this. Alrighty, cool. Good enough for all intents and purposes. So I'll show you the extractionator down here where it's a little safer. Something else nice about the Spectre boots, if you don't use them completely up, you can then use them right before you, as you're falling, use them near the end to just break your fall so you don't take falling damage. Really useful. Looks like the goblin died or ran off. Oh well. As soon as I make a home, he'll show up again. My guess is he probably died. Oh well. So, the extractionator. Set one up here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make a little platform over here. There. Set it up. Naturally, it has to be as difficult as possible. Alright, so we set this up, and now if you take your silt or slush, if I can find it, there we go, and just click and hold, you get all manner of interesting stuff out. So, it's a useful invention. It's kind of one of those things like, you're not going to, and I don't really need copper ore or lead ore, so you can get all sorts of ore out of it, amber as well, tungsten ore, amber. There's also a very small chance you can get a amber encased mosquito. Diamond tungsten gel. So you get all sorts of interesting things. Generally, you want to do that when you have lots of inventory space available, because one silt stacks into a whole lot of different other types of materials. At least I think I have enough vines now. Oh wait. That's a dart trap. Flippers! You can make a few things with them. Spelunker potion. Yoink. Mushroom grass seed. I do not need jungle grass though. So, similar, if you plant jungle grass seed on mud, you will get a jungle grass starting to grow, and you'll get the jungle biome. Yeah, it's useful, but not for what I need. Right. Keep that in mind. Get rid of those. Take my flippers. And take a water chest. I like to collect the different chests. It's fun. You could argue that since I'm tight on inventory space, they really aren't worth the space, and you would probably be right. But you know what? I don't care. I'm going to be inconsistent. Ha! Finally, a magic mirror. This right here, guys, is good stuff. Water walking potion, I already have boots that let me do it. Really kind of useless to me right now. Flaming arrows, not good. Silver bar, I could sell it for something, but eh. Dynamite, it's fun. Let's have some fun with dynamite, eh? Poof. dynamite for you. Bonk. Whee! Now I have my magic mirror. Oh, looks like I killed something. Cool. The magic mirror, really useful when I eventually do want to go home. Which is probably going to be pretty soon, actually. Since I'm already out of inventory, I can come back and explore the jungle again. So, and this gives you guys an idea of just how much there is underground in the jungle. It's a lot of really cool stuff. Always worth looking into. Just make sure you have inventory space. Don't make my mistake. But before we go, I want to show you the water obsidian. So, I mine the obsidian, the water flows down, and immediately meets lava. This creates more obsidian. It does use up some of the water. So yeah, anytime you have water and lava mixed, you can make your own obsidian. It's purple, it's useful, and I'm actually I want to get this obsidian. Obsidian is quite useful for, well, you can make, there's a couple of accessories you can make. One being an obsidian skull, which lets you stand on meteorite and, what's it called? Meteorite and hellstone without taking fire damage. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. The other item I believe you can make is combine it with water walking boots for obsidian boots, which gives you the same. You can stand on meteorite or hellstone without taking damage. And I think it even lets you walk on lava. Actually, I think you can walk on lava already with water walking boots. Yeah. So, I just want to gather this. I'm going to drink a Splunker's Potion because why not? There we go. Also, later, you need obsidian. Hellstone, you can't craft a hellstone bar without obsidian. It takes hellstone ore and obsidian to make hellstone bars. So obsidian is actually useful in the next tier of gear. Hey, that rhymed. So, while I'm down here, might as well gather some. It's really, well, yeah, it's not a very rare material, as you can tell. Also, you can make obsidian brick, you can make obsidian walls, so you can make a really cool looking castle out of obsidian too, which is pretty easily doable because of how common obsidian is. Additionally, because obsidian is pretty common if you have the right gear, you can make out of nothing but obsidian an accessory called the obsidian skull. I think I told you that already. The skull sells for a decent amount, so you can mine obsidian and make a decent, if you're strapped for cash because you want to buy something, a bunch of obsidian skulls is not a bad way to go either. Alright. Explored quite a bit down here. I think, however, I'll show you the magic mirror. Use it. Whee! Home sweet home. You can all imagine. Very useful. Looks like I had one free home. Cool. So, my goblin merchant's already chilling here. So, let's get... Hey, look, guys. I have inventory space again. Yay! Alright. I really need to think some sort of ordering system to my chests. Well, okay. First, all chests go in this chest. Yo, I heard you like chests, so I put chests in your chests. So you could hold more chests. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave chests and costumes over here. I'm going to put accessories here. Like that. Yeah. Oh, leather aglets, armored shackle. I'm going to actually put this down. Poof. Aha. You can also make boulders now, so you can make your own boulder traps and kill yourself if you aren't careful. But yeah, obsidian, ivy whip, jungle hat. So I can make jungle gear because I have the spore and the vines. They're not bad. Not quite as good as my other stuff though. Meteorites. I'm going to craft all the meteorite. Meteorite legging. Meteorite suit. It's almost as good And the one nice thing here is the Meteor Ham Axe. It's an axe and a hammer all in one. Used to be you needed a hammer, and I think the console maybe still. Hammer is how you picked up chests. Hammer is how you took anything down. Now the pickaxe can do it, so the hammer is not as useful. If you're in the console version, a ham axe is kind of nice. It saves an inventory slot. You now have an axe, you have a hammer. It's all around quite useful. Additionally, you can make meteor shot, bullet plus meteorite, 9 damage as opposed to the 7 damage, so an extra 2 damage per bullet is not bad. But for now, I'm going to just hold on to it. Deposit it all here. And where'd all my mud go? Apparently I have a lot of mud in one of these boxes now. If I were mud, where would I go hide? Ah, and of course deposit all this. Alright, well, I must be a little bit on the blind side of life. Okay, well, since I've got it, I'll make an obsidian skull. Grants immunity to fire blocks. Stand over by my tinker's workbench. I guess I need something else as well. Oh, I think I can't have this equipped. There we go. So it's plus 2 yeah, alright. Obsidian water walking boots. So I'm going to combine my water walking boots and obsidian skull. So now I can walk on fire blocks, and I can walk on water. And I got lucky, so plus 2 critical strike. Nice. So this is just the tip of the iceberg on what all you can combine together. Actually, do I have... I do. I have climbing claws already. So climbing claws plus shoe spikes equals tiger climbing gear. Brisk. Nice. And so now with this... Well, I'll show you guys later, but now I can stick to a wall and I don't slowly fall down. Yeah, again, it's something really useful. We will have an episode where I just kind of walk you guys through a few more of the accessories available, but for now, just getting a few of them out of my inventory space. The extractionator, I'm just going to set it up over here. There we go. For later. Deposit my mushrooms. Some stone block over here. I do eventually plan on fighting an enemy at the... Oh, you know, as I said, you should not leave home base with excess stuff, so in keeping with that, I'm actually going to drop the spike balls off here. For now, I know where they are, I can get them later. Excess rope. It's gonna go over here. Extra torches. Extra arrows. Boomerang, it's nice because it lights things up, and this boomerang has a lot of knockback, but it just doesn't have near the damage I want at this point in the game. I got a lot of archery potions. They're actually quite useful when you're fighting bosses, so I'll take one of those with me when I go fight the next boss. Alright, so, let's talk to the guide for a minute here. See what I can make with vine. An ivy whip. Or jungle pants. Okay. So I think the ivy whip might be what I want. Let's double check this. Okay, I'm pretty sure the ivy whip is a... Yeah, I think the ivy whip is a hook shot. I could be completely wrong with this. Nope, I was not wrong. Awesome. I will demo this to you guys now because you always want it. So, you can make a normal grappling hook, which has, I think, slightly better range. The thing about the ivy one, while you're grappled... Let's grapple somewhere. Okay. I'm currently grappled, and you can send out a second grappling and a third. Up to 3... Yeah. You can be grappled in up to 3 places at a time, which is nice, like, if you're mining. You're a bit like Dr. Octopus. There actually is one that is a spiderweb one that you actually can shoot out up to, like, 7 of these things at a time. It has... So... This has decently long range. So, and you can do things like this. So it's kind of cool. Very useful for I'm sure you guys can just imagine how useful it is. And the way I'm just quick using it, I'm not sure on consoles what the quick key is. Google will probably help you there. The default key on PC is E, and yeah, it's an amazingly useful item to have. Always carry a magic mirror with me. Well, hey. So technically your garbage slot is an extra slot if you're careful. I can make a white torch, but I'd rather save them up. And now I really want to find where I put all of my mud. The reason is I just want to start my little... There we go. I'm just going to go over here and make myself a little mushroom. I'm going to make myself a floating mushroom kingdom here. This is plenty for now because... So, you plant the mushroom grass. You can see it's this little patch of blue here. It's going to take time, but slowly over time, it'll keep spreading. And before you know it, I'll have a little mushroom patch right here. I can farm it, I can get mushroom trees, I can grow it into a full mushroom biome if I so choose. And put that away. So, we've gotten to explore the jungle. Future episodes we'll keep exploring. Maybe we'll go over to the right, see what we can find over there. We have the hookshot now. That was one thing we definitely wanted. We'll probably want to see what all we can make, accessory-wise. There's quite a few more accessories in the dungeon that we can get. And additionally, maybe we'll go looking for the elusive floating islands in the sky. That'll all be coming up in some future episodes. But for now, I want to bid you guys good night, and take care.